Hello, sports fan. This is Stephen Hill for Sports Choice Plus. I'm bringing you a very special breakdown. I'm going to be covering is France the new pipeline to the NBA? Before I get right into that, I want to make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel so you can get all the updates and all the breakdowns. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Naturally, when the NBA draft happened a couple of days ago, and you're seeing that 3 of the top 10 picks did come from France, and you're seeing not only was number 1 and number 2 there, but you're seeing a type of player that's being thought of in regards to the style and play of basketball. Do I think that France is a pipeline to the NBA? No. But do I think that Euro players and players that come from France and Europe and things like that, are they more skilled? Are they being taught more? Is there a more deeper talent as far as developing? I think they develop a little bit better than the United States right now, because with AAU basketball, it's basically a coach throws the ball out there and everybody does their own thing. Yes, you have one-on-one training with different players, and different, like, former players have their sons. But from the standpoint of, you can't teach somebody to be 6'9". You can't teach somebody to be 6'10". You can't teach somebody to be 7'1", and to be able to handle the basketball like a guard and shoot like a shooting guard and be able to pass like a Magic Johnson. You can't really teach those variables if it comes natural to somebody. So the size and the athleticism, when they're teaching these guys over in the Euro, you got to think they're learning how to play defense. They're learning how to play the finesse style of basketball, but they're also learning how to shoot, pass, dribble. They're giving them the full spectrum of the game of basketball. So they come to the NBA more well-rounded. Not all the time more athletic, not all the time better players, but they just have more to offer. So if you got a kid that's coming out of college in 1 year, can't really shoot but can play defense, that's a one-sided game. Or if you got a guy that can really play great offense but can't play defense, it's a tough situation. Look at Luka, for example. Luka is dominant on offense. He can change the pace of the game. He can make it fast, make it slow. He can make the game wherever he wants to offensively, but on defense, as one of the best players on the team offensively, he's a liability sometimes on defense. And you saw that in the NBA Finals. So you got to be careful. You got to take your pick. Are you going to get somebody that's one-sided or well-rounded? You want somebody that can do a little bit of everything. I don't think that the last 2 drafts, obviously with Victor Wembanyama and what they have now with this draft, I don't think this is going to become a bigger trend. I think that you can have at times where this happens, where there's years where it's not really one guy that stands out, and so you have the option of going overseas and grabbing guys. But you got to think, this was a year where there was no really stars in the NCAA tournament. The stars in the NCAA tournament were not guys that you would draft in the top 5. So they could be lovable characters and people. But I think that when it comes down to it, NBA veterans and NBA GMs and NBA brass are looking for more of an athletic build. They're looking for more guys that are 6'8", 6'9", 6'10", that have that 3-and-D mentality, that have the I can shoot and play defense mentality. They're trying to build their rosters differently now. So the days of really taking flyers on guys out of college and really thinking, okay, we're going to develop this guy, they don't have that much time. So they have to keep their jobs, and they have to fight for their jobs every year, because some of these teams are firing all of the coaching staff after 1 year. Look at Detroit. Look at what Phoenix is doing. Look at what the Lakers did. Maybe after 1 or 2 years and then you're gone. You don't really have 5 years to develop guys. You don't have 3 or 4 years to develop guys and build that chemistry and really build your team. It's rare that you get a Boston Celtics situation, but keep in mind, Udoka was fired. So the coaching staff stayed intact, but a lot of guys that was on that staff, they could have gone elsewhere. So, but it's rare that you have a Jason Tatum and a Jaylen Brown and a Al Horford and Porzingis, and that's just rare. So, but no, I don't think the NBA pipeline is going to be France. I think that this is just an isolated incident the last couple of years. And I think that you'll see as the NBA progresses more and the season progresses more with this year's class of NCAA players, it's going to be a little bit better. And you're going to see a little bit more Americans drafted at the top, especially overall with the top 2 or 3 picks. So, what do you guys feel? Get in the comment section below. Definitely check out Sports Choice Plus, and we'll see you on the next episode.